Good morning, everybody. Thought I'd better get that in. And the disclosure that, in fact, let me go to camera. Just remembered, I do have, right, there's my first faux pas of the show. Clever dick moment as I was in. So sorry I did that side by side, so to speak. I've got no voice, so this could be a much shorter thing, to be honest. I didn't realise I got no voice until I did the sound check 10 minutes ago. Not seen a waking soul. Can you hear me okay? I'm not going to over talk it. The main thing is to try and get everything up so that we're on Facebook and YouTube. So, good morning to everybody. Welcome to our new Facebook friends, if we've got any in the show live at the moment. And, well, thanks for joining me at Newcastle International Airport. I'm a little bit discombobulated by the fact that the sound ain't coming out of me. But we'll cross that bridge as we come to it. I'm just going to quickly check what I can see on Facebook. We'll just rest up on this chewy for the minute. So it's, although the wind is southerly, I think, although the wind's, yeah, it does look southerly, it looks like we're going to be bearing with runway 25 for the minute. And I can see me live on Facebook. There's the thing. So while I'm just waiting for some stuff to happen, let's do some good mornings for everybody that is live in the show. So let's have a look. Crikey, AJ 0316, you may well have shot through. Good morning to you. Mohawk Scotland, good morning to you, buddy. It's going to be one hazy day here today at Newcastle, which is one of the reasons why we've gone for an early start, complete the test and go from there. So there's a fair few planes moving about at the minute. I still can't get my Facebook feed up. Come on, man. It's the thing with experimentation, isn't it? You often find out what you don't know until you're doing it. So where was I? Mohawk Scotland I said hi to. Thanks for the likes to Scottish Linda as well. Alibi 58, Yin Team Stripes. I think I've missed anybody else. No W. Good morning, HGC. Thank you for confirming that the sound is good as well. Hey, we're rolling. KLM off to jolly old Amsterdam. So back to the chat. Good morning, Ross McNeil. Yeah, I'm sun creamed up. Hopefully I won't need it. At the minute it's short sleeves, as you can see, peak cap. It's a beautiful morning. I think I'm going to mow the lawn when I get home. Right, let's see if I can get back into Facebook again. Keith Cornell, good morning to you, KC. KC and the Sunshine Band. Is anybody in the YouTube chat that has this open on Facebook at the minute? Because I literally cannot get the stream open on Facebook. Which is weird because it was as sweet as a nut yesterday. So we've got another one on the roll. Let's just go to main camera. I think we've got another one to go. Let's have a quick look, see what that might be. So our next departure, well, the one that you've just watched out the gate was a Jet 2 off to Alicante. Next to go looks like a Chewy to Zakynthos. Right, you'll have to excuse me a minute, folks, while I have a route around. See if I can get the Facebook video on my screen. Keith Cornell, I've just looked at your comment. I don't know if anyone else is experiencing what you're experiencing. I'm certainly not dropping any frames at this end, so I'm suspecting it's a localized issue, but who knows? Good morning, Alan T, Paul Clark. Sorry, Paul, Picture quality is great, says Paul. Sound quality from Mark. Definitely needs something to be improved upon. It's a good thing I'm not an opera singer. In fact, as we know, I'm not really any kind of singer. Thank you, HGC. No problems on sound there. Casey, sounds like your setup, mate. Definitely got nothing at this end that indicates an issue, except I can't get Facebook working for me. Oh, thank you, Stephen Dawes. Thank you for confirming on Facebook. I'm going to try and get in. I just can't get it to work at the minute. Whether I've got too many applications running on the tablet is quite a modest thing. When I tested it yesterday with the video on a closed loop, well, I'd only got 2 applications running really, so probably not as representative as it should have been. I think I might be getting into Facebook now. That'll be nice. So just rotate the camera for you. We do have a Chewy currently parked up. Not sure quite what's happening with that. Good morning, Nick Gray. How you doing, buddy? It's definitely an early start for you. I really didn't think this would be your cup of tea, but I'm honoured that you're here. Just cracking the case, hopefully, with dual streaming to Facebook and YouTube. Having had a pretty successful debut test yesterday, but of course, there's always a lot of moving parts with this live stream caper at the best of times, so well, you get the general idea. Feel your way along. I've just seen your comment, Nick Gray, about sound. We're outputting here. Keith Cornell had trouble earlier. Not quite the same trouble, but HGC has got, and others have got sound, so it could be a YouTube issue. I think as you're the other side of the pond, I think it'll be just 2 separate localised issues. Right, that Chewy is moving. Let's find out where it's going. Corfu, off to Corfu. As you can see from that rather languid windsock, it's not a very windy day at all. Met Office forecast is for winds around 9 miles an hour. See what Meta is saying is prevailing at the minute. when I had it on the screen and now it's gone. I'll get it back. Three knots, the princely number of 3 knots. Right, so we'll pick up that chewy once it's come out the bushes. Good morning to anybody that is in the Facebook and the Facebook only stream at the minute. I'm struggling to get the Facebook page open properly at this end, but welcome aboard. Thank you for being part of our auspicious, or it could be inauspicious by the end of the stream, test stream where we are putting our content onto both platforms. An exciting moment. We only cracked the case yesterday, so there's a lot of learning to be done. So this is a short stream. It's going to be, we'll probably be finished certainly by 9:30 at the latest, probably much sooner than that. As you can tell, I've not got the voice and I need to hold on to a bit of voice for Sunday. Kind of weird because I didn't realise, I was saying at the start of the stream, I didn't realise I hadn't got any voice, not seen anybody. Wasn't talking to myself this morning. Come on, why can't I get this up? Thank you, Mohawk, for confirming that. It means a lot, mate. It's an interesting thing. The plan is, subject to the weevils that I've got to iron out today, is to put Monday's broadcast onto both platforms. But one thing at a time. So Chewy off to Corfu. Why this isn't playing, I don't know. Gonna have to be another little test tomorrow, but it'll be a home test rather than a trackside test. So as always, folks, that gentle plea on likes. I know we're not a big number in the show, but every little helps. Main thing is, ooh, what have we got here? BA being towed. Good morning, Tony Rivers. How you doing, buddy? The weather, Mohawk, pollen, I guess. This field is absolutely awash with grass pollen, which isn't usually the thing I struggle with. Tree pollen's generally my thing. So we've got an A321. I think that is scheduled to go out during our short show. Right, Facebook, what are you doing to me? I feel the spontaneous urge to break into song, but I can't do it. So it's not about it being a no sing zone. I'll let the birdies do it for me. Yeah, Tony Rivers, I remember that tip you gave me a couple of shows back. I wish I'd remembered it today, although I think the damage was probably done by the time, I don't know if well, I'm inclined to go with Mohawk's theory that it's probably pollen related, but it's a strange feeling. Mrs. PSA is gonna love this. Never has she known in the field of our marriage such a quiet mark. Could be a new feature of the show, Mark's silent stream. So certainly here today, forecast is going to be pushing towards 30 degrees, if I remember correctly. By 9 o'clock, it'll be 21 degrees, so we'll definitely be bugging out by 9:30, if not sooner. Good morning, Speedbird1. I'm Mark Speedbird1, and for the benefit of anybody else, either watching live on Facebook or on our regular YouTube haunt, I'm Mark, pleased to meet you, and welcome to Newcastle International Airport. On what is a very, very untypical day really. Sun, no wind. The only thing I didn't bring was a deck chair. I could probably rustle up, well, it won't be a knotted hanky, the paper tissues, but I probably could have fashioned a knotted hanky out of paper tissues. So the purpose of today as well, for anyone that's just joined, is simply to prove the technology joining up both platforms, which for us is a new thing. Unfortunately, I can't replicate yesterday's success in making the live stream on Facebook show on my tablet. Don't really understand, but I will keep tiffling away. See what's transponding actually on the deck. Let's refresh that, it looks a bit stale. Very much my pleasure, Speedbird1. We're on Edinburgh at the weekend. I don't know if you've done Edinburgh before, but I think you'll like it. So I've got two transponding aircraft, a Jet 2 Holidays off to Tenerife, and the British Airways A321 that you saw being tugged by a short while ago. check my phone, it's buzzing away. Let's have a look. Speedbird 1, it might be a good idea to hit the notification bell. It doesn't always work, but that'll give you an extra edge with that one. We've got 3 shows planned for this weekend: Sunday morning, Sunday tea time, and well, I suppose Monday morning counts as the weekend, does it? But we're back on Monday for a short one. So somewhere to the left of your shot, the aircraft is going to appear. There it is, Jet 2 Holidays off to Tenerife. So quite a few aircraft dotted around the terminal building at the minute. So it is mainly departures you're going to see in today's show. I think the first arrival is going to be, well, it's a good one for us really, if it comes in on time, a Chewy 7878 Dreamliner inbound from Birmingham and outbound later on this morning to Cancun. I think I'm going to try this slightly differently. When this plane goes, I'm going to fire up the laptop and go into Facebook that way and see if that helps. It could just be my general lack of Facebook prowess. We'll see. kind of feel that we should have a bit of ELO with Mr. Blue Sky belting out. I think I'll get that on the phone for the journey home on a loop. Right, bear with me folks, I'm just going to do some jiggery pokery. Which is always risky, but no chance of rain. Okay, Ryanair being tugged along. See where they're off. I think there's an Air France being, well, transponding away. I can't see it yet. Not a clue where this one's going. Good morning, Giant Coin Stacks. How you doing, pal? Good morning to anybody that has just joined as well. I'm just quiet at the moment while I try and get into Facebook via my laptop rather than the tablet that I've been trying to use to join that stream. And I'm in. So it must be a tablet related issue. Thank you for bearing with me, beloved viewers. It's interesting, it may be the tablet doesn't like too many applications running concurrently and kind of prioritizes and video being a big consumer of bits. Lost out. Let's go back to Mark Cam, if you can bear it. And I'm back. Good morning, Deborah Speller. How you doing, Deborah? Sorry I'm a bit croaky today. Looks like it might be a pollen thing. That is the prevailing theory at the minute. I've certainly only discovered I've got no voice since I got here. Usually I'd be singing in the car or something. There'd be something that would alert me to the fact that I'm soundless. There's the Air France tail. You can probably just make it out. Anyway, I hope everybody's had a good working week, and those of you like me who don't have to do that anymore, you have my admiration. And for those who haven't had to do the grind, I hope you've had a good one. Oh, got Jet 2 pushing back in the foreground, and that is off to Faro, I think. Let me just pan you to the left. There you go, not making it up. Good morning, Dr. Kersey. How you doing, Dr. Kersey? It is rather ungodly, isn't it? 0637. Don't worry, this isn't the kind of precursor to a series of very early streams. I think with the heat today, I couldn't see the point in streaming later on. Just be too hazy. Excuse me. Far too hazy. Excuse me. So there's our running track, runway 25 in operation today. Basically the planes coming in from the North Sea. Hey up, Coaster Boy. How are you doing? All the way out there in New Zealand. Well, Coaster Boy, I'm Mark. Pleased to meet you, my friend. What part of New Zealand do you hail from? Thank you, Stephen Marchant, and good morning to you as well. I was thinking of you earlier on when I saw that Jet 2 Holidays departure to Tenerife. I thought, what are the odds, whether the man's on it or not? You can never discount it. The weird thing is, Stephen, it's not sore at all. That might have made me a bit suspicious. Back home, I probably would have cancelled today, if I'm honest, as it is just a test and kind of rested the old larynx. To be honest, I still can't believe we've actually got ourselves to the point where we can broadcast on two platforms concurrently. Kind of think distance travelled for a low-tech channel like ours. Do you know, I've only been here, what time is it now? About an hour and 10 minutes. No, I lie. Hour and a half. Anyway, point is, there's cobwebs between the first camera and the second camera. Unbelievable. You can't fault the spiders for their ingenuity and industry. So we've got an Embraer departure to Paris Charles de Gaulle. Assuming that's a 190. I didn't really pay attention. Yeah, 190 standard, 16 years of age. Just there. Steve Marchant, October. Sorry, mate. I still think the Tenerife Tourist Board should give you some kind of role or ambassadorship. Definitely. And if not them, Chewy. Yeah, Keith Cornell, 9:30 at a pinch. If we've got what we need from it and the action dries up, we'll finish sooner. I don't think I'm going to crack the case with why my tablet isn't showing the stream at the minute, but I will have a couple more goes at that before the end of the show. I think the way the morning's stacking up, I mean, as you could tell when I was on camera, it's very much a short sleeves kind of day. I think this is the Faro departure, unless my memory has failed me. Casey's got a sore throat. See, I can't get no sound out of me, but throat's fine. Let's have a look. Steve Marchant, that's 2 trips with Chewy to Tenerife. And his first cruise. Oh, you're going to have to give us a trip report on that. As Mrs. PSA is a very reluctant flyer, as I've mentioned on shows previously. I'm kind of wondering whether cruises might be the way to go. Although it does seem mighty pricey. What price love, eh? Just looking into the Facebook feed as well. Good morning, Ash Watts and Jacques Vanderberg. Hi to you both, and thank you for your likes as well. Good morning, Marty. I'm Mark Marty, just in case we've not said hi before. Well, it's fantastic to have you with us. I know you're referencing Newcastle particularly. Back to Edinburgh on Sunday too, if you fancy catching some of that. Tell you what though, streaming in short sleeves, kit spread out everywhere, you get the general idea. living the dream really. I often smile on the days when the weather is good for them, but the LA guys, when they've got their NASA-esque stuff spread out everywhere, cameras for this, that and the other, and I kind of think, I don't know if that would work at Edinburgh, or even here to be fair. The weather protection would have to be absolutely off the chart. And of course, I think our regulars say in the Edinburgh stream, Scotland is 4 seasons in one day quite typically. Newcastle's not so far different at times. Don't suppose they're looking at me, but yeah, it's nice to be nice. I'll tell you what, Keith Cornell, if you get those F-22s over your head, you'll be doing well. Be pretty envious. Of course, it will be a fleeting moment. Right, that Jet 2's holidays departure to Faro is just about to take the runway, so we'll go to that in a minute. Quick check to the Facebook stream. All seems to be good there. Right, let's get ready for the next departure. Tony, there is no escape. Oh, we're rolling. There is no... Too many buttons. Sorry folks, I was trying to sort this tablet issue out. Getting to the hammer stage. Good morning, Mary. How you doing, Mary? Good evening to you, of course. Don't worry, Mary. We're getting to that equinox thing, aren't we? Longest day, fast approaching for us in the UK, which means essentially the evenings start to get darker sooner. Feels a bit like we've been shortchanged. So we've got a Loganair ERJ 145 off to, I think it's Southampton. I can't see it on the flight radar, but it will be on the departures board, so should have gone out I think at 20 to 7 or something in that region. Southampton, off to Southampton. Hey up, daily memes, gaming. Sorry, I'm a bit croaky. Voice is on strike. Let him go up like a shot. Yeah, Stephen Marchant, I'm reliably informed. I've got the face for radio and the voice for silent movies. It's a nice idea though. So plenty of aircraft in. It's going to thin out a bit in the next hour. Tony Rivers, definitely averting my gaze. You fill your boots. All right, for Mary, it's not evening yet. I'm so used to catching up with you, Mary, in the evening. It's good afternoon. Crikey. I must admit though, Steve Marchant, those Sky News rain jackets look quite handy. Good morning, Robster. I'm the Markster, Robster. How goes it? Ooh, you're going to be on the Qatar flight, the early one. That's the 8 o'clock one, isn't it? So, yeah, we'll do that. Lucky you, off to Thailand. Which side of the plane are you sitting, Robster? And, well, what's your seat number if you know it? We'll try and zoom in on you if we can. Hey up, frequent flyer 67. Happy Friday to you. Bit of a lull at the minute, which is not untypical for Newcastle, to be fair. Just going to bob down and check the laptop. Thank you, Tony Rivers, for adding to the viewing figures on Facebook. Yeah, it's not showing on my feed. That could, well, it's showing on the feed on my laptop, but not on the Android device. I wish I understood that. I'm going to have to understand it, because it's just a bit of a faff to have to use the laptop. Obviously sunny days, no real issue, but let's be honest, the rain risk is generally present. So, bit of Jet2 holidays pushing back. So members, I will probably do another test later today, but it'll be similar to yesterday, just running a video on a loop, and that'll just be about trying to work out why I can't get things up on the tablet, because I'm kind of out of ideas at the minute and wonder whether it's a settings thing, although I've not changed anything since yesterday. I don't know, Stephen Marchant. Eddie's overdue. Eddie is overdue. He was planning to do last Sunday with me for Fathering Sunday, but we were away, so that never came to pass. But yeah, he's kind of in witness protection. The lesser spotted Eddie. I have got Linda Cooper with me on Sunday though, so straight to the A team. And if you can hear this, Linda, good morning to you. Sorry to read about your mum, Mary. Hopefully she'll be feeling better soon. I can hear something growling overhead, but I ain't got no visual on it. That don't sound good, does it? I ain't got no visual on it. Keith Cornell. Just checking the sound. Yeah, it's Clint Eastwood, my eye. I don't mean this at all disrespectfully, and aviation supporters will know what I'm talking about. I thought I sound more Simon Lowe than Mark. Getting those huskier tones. But Clint Eastwood, make my day. You are a card. Anyway, I don't know, Keith. Thinking it could be pollen orientated. I've literally only found out I got no sound when I was actually, sound out of my mouth when I first got here. This is 100% improvement. I couldn't get anything out. Trouble is, once you realise you can't say out, it plays on your mind. I'm a talkative chap at the best of times. Don't worry, Mohawk, you haven't missed any telescopes. Not yet. So plane on screen is exactly as described by Stephen Marchant, off to Malaga. was the Jet 2 Holidays 737 that is on camera. He's off to Palma de Mallorca. Miss Chewy off to Naples. Got to agree, Mohawk, Scotland. Just when you think it couldn't get any gloomier, it generally does. I think that's the beauty of the escapism of live stream aviation. Or frankly, any other immersive type hobby. So much in the world that is just crap that you can't do anything about. Could have sworn I'd seen a message flash up from Mrs. PSA. Can't be 100% certain that I didn't. I'll have to delve a bit deeper. All aboard, all aboard. So next out the blocks is, if I've clicked the right plane, another Jet 2 Holidays, off to Kefalonia, this one. Let's just get it on shot. Looks like we're rolling. The obvious thing is that's the Chewy Naples flight. So I've obviously clicked on the wrong plane. Or my flight radar has gone stale on me. Oh no, it is the Kefalonia flight next. Oh dear. At least it weren't a telescope. Yeah, I think haze is going to become a real nuisance. Certainly shooting down the track here as we do at Newcastle. Temperatures going the direction they're going. There's no way I could have done this stream later in the day, not without a big impact on picture quality. Even from a midpoint position, obviously the nature of the tarmac, just giving off that heat. Good morning, Rick Lee. How you doing, Rick? And welcome to anyone else that has just joined the show. I'm Mark, here live at Newcastle International Airport on our very first joint Facebook and YouTube stream. So for us a first. I know we're not the first to have done it, but for us it feels like an interesting milestone moment. I do apologise for the croaky voice. As I was explaining earlier, I've kind of arrived without realising I'd lost my voice. I don't see many people at 4 in the morning. Good morning in Nicholson. How you doing, mate? Sorry, I'm a bit hoarse. Not awesome, the horse, of course. Got Chewy on the push in the background. Exactly what Stephen Marchant says. 2 more Chewies on the move. See one of them. Just feels strange now I've invoked the memory of Orson the horse. So if you're watching the show and you don't remember Orson the horse, we were cohabiting in this paddock, if you can call it a paddock or a field, for I don't know, 8 months or something in that region. an interesting character. So Chewy on shot is the Palma de Mallorca departure. Progress of sorts. I can now see the chat comments up on Facebook. I can live with that, at least for the minute. Jet 2 moving as well. I've seen your comment. In fact, we might have a couple of Jet 2 departures in quick order. That one and that one. So what's everybody's plans for the weekend? Barbecues? Not had a barbecue for an age. I'm just going to drop off shot a minute. Just musing to myself, we can't be that far off with our first arrivals of the show. It's all been departures so far. So Deborah Speller, curry tomorrow evening with family. Hope the restaurant has air conditioning. Yeah, you definitely do want that, don't you? But lovely, that sounds absolutely fantastic. Tony Rivers working through till Monday. Got works night out. Sunday evening. Very good. Mohawk Scotland's pipe band is attending a gala day on the Saturday. Gonna be hot, hot, hot. Oh, sorry folks. I'm trying to suppress a cough. You know, the more you try to do it, the harder it gets. Good morning, Alexandra Wood. How you doing, Alexandra? Hi and bye, but it's lovely to see you, sweetie. How you doing? Give me coughing again. See, now Deborah Speller has put the idea in my head. I'm thinking a curry sooner, not later, would be quite nice. Right, I'm just going to rest you there. I need a swig of water. Desperately. Sorry if the mic picked me up enjoying that too much. So the plane lining up is a Chewy to Rhodes 737 Max 8, 6 years old, or just over 6 years old. Celebrated 6 in February. Not many candles. Interesting, Tony Rivers, interesting. 34,000 feet just south of Middlesbrough. Sounds a bit high for us. However, hopefully, oh yeah, you've got me back. Don't know what happened there. Strange. Like the camera switched itself off. Right, I've got a technical issue at the minute. Sorry folks, I've got some kind of technical issue that has taken the main camera feed out. Okay, I think we're back. That was exciting. That's an example of where two cameras really stands up, because otherwise you're left wondering where I've gone. I don't know what took us out. Nah, Keith Cornell, the lead's not pulled out. I've got like a tie that stops the cable getting stretched. I don't think it was a camera. I think it might have been the encoder box dropped the feed. It's hard to be sure. Although thinking about it, it was the camera had switched itself off. But I don't know why, because the on-off switch is nowhere near where my hands were, so. Very peculiar. It's a bit new to think about. Good morning, Hamish Leonard, the aeroplane lover. Hey, buddy. Yeah, Tony, you could see the panic on my face. It is literally the moment where the screen went blank and you think, what? I've been running it without its trickle charge because I've had that charge on my laptop. I don't think I'd run it to flat, but I'll know when I finish the show by what status it's at now. It's trickling now. Anyway, every day is school day. Hey, old Scottish Linda, how goes it? Yeah, I think a dram might have some medicinal benefits. Do you know, in my excitement, I've just realised I've not got my scanner's earpiece in. Oh, come here. Oh, it's my glasses that are snagging it. It's more like it. I've been that fixated on the Facebook side of things, I'd forgotten about the scanner. Oh, we've got a Ryanair moving. Good morning, Claire Brennan. How you doing, Claire? Sorry about the croakiness. I was saying earlier in the show, frequently and often, I've kind of arrived with no voice today and only discovered it when I got here. We've got a runway inspection on the go. Right, so we can't be far off the first arrival of the show, I'm thinking. Let's check it out. So 7:43 we were supposed to get the Dreamliner, Chewy Dreamliner, inbound from Birmingham. That is, well, it's not showing as active at the minute, so I think it's pretty much nailed on to be late. EasyJet from Belfast due in at 7:55. That's not showing as active either. What's going on? Everybody on the summer holidays? So the Ryanair on shot is off to Malaga. Second departure from Newcastle to Malaga today. Good morning, Linda Cooper. How are you, Linda? At this rate of knots, you're going to have to do all the talking on Sunday. Hope you're keeping well. Yeah, Mohawk, I'm just looking at your comment on Facebook. We will work through what we're going to do with mod cover on Facebook. I think it's sensible to look at that as a separate aspect of modding rather than try and split the existing cover over two channels. I just want to get a feel for what we can do and how bulletproof it will be. So Claire's off to Salou on Tuesday with a Jet 2 from Newcastle. Would have loved to have waved you off, Claire, but Tuesday I'll definitely not be streaming. We're streaming Sunday and Monday. Hey up, Storming, hello to you. Anything special at Newcastle today? Well, I'm not entirely sure, to be honest with you, Storming. This was more a pop-up, test the tech kind of thing. We do have a positioning flight, Dreamliner, in during our run time. I've been that fixated, that's a good word, fixated, very appropriate to the situation, in trying to get the dual broadcast details correct so we could pump out reliably to both YouTube and Facebook. It's all been about the tech. Whereas normally if I do a show, I normally look into all kinds of bits and pieces. Thinning out a bit now. Thinning out a bit like Mark's hair. Storming, you are a card. Yeah. Yes, hilarious really. Mark is the special one. I think Jose Mourinho, hasn't he got that trademarked or something? Oh dear. That's big smile, and big smile still for Big DC. Good morning to you, Big DC. Yeah, I think a bit of Vic. I'm a big believer in Vic actually for the redemptive powers. I just didn't realise I got no voice. I've got no sore throat. If I'd got a sore throat, I'd have probably cancelled the show because I'd have been onto it. But I got up, tiptoed around the house like you do at 3:20 in the morning, left home about 4:15, not seen a soul, not talked to myself, not sang in the car. So anyway, I did the sound check and I thought, can't get your sound out. That was a bit worrying. There is quite, back to Storming's comment, there's a nice Embraer, I think it's a Praetor 300 off the top of my head, due in just after 9 o'clock, a black one, looks quite swish. I'm hoping that comes in on time and we're still running. Ooh, have we got a runway change? That would be awfully spiffing. I thought I heard something in my earpiece about runway, but I didn't catch the first part of the message. Ignore that. It clearly is going out 25s. Trams in the background for those of you who are watching the show that aren't familiar with the fact there is not trams, metro trains. There is a distinction, of course. Anyway, the line runs immediately behind, so you hear them clanking through from time to time. Big DC likes a split screen. Excellent Big DC. If it's not too windy on Sunday, we may well go for this again. So there's a few planes, or two, a few, it looked a few. I've stretched it out and it turns out it's two. British Airways and Jet2. British Airways have an A321neo on its way back to Heathrow, and Jet2, jet2.com, that livery, off to Mahon in Menorca, if I remember correctly. It's one of the things, storming, that I love at Edinburgh when we cover runway 24 in particular. Planes and trains, you know, you get those moments where you've got the aircraft lined up and a train comes streaking past. Just love that. You can see it from 06 end, but obviously with the distance and in the hotter weather, it can be quite hazy. But yeah, I love that. So the Jet 2 on shot off to Kefalonia. Excuse me. Keith Cornell, Top Gun. I wish you luck with that, my friend. I'm in the process of getting the refund on the Tiger Moth flight, hoping to rebook that next season, but as we go into July and August, it just doesn't work for me the same, which is a shame. Good morning, James Humble. I'm Mark James, pleased to meet you. Nell W, or Nell W-8, or the artist formerly known as Nell W-8. How you doing? Counting down to the Brussels trip, I hope. As members will know, we are taking the show to Brussels in the early part of July. Should be mega. Anyway, Nell, hope all is good with you. Where had you been, James? Was that home to Newcastle? Oops, overzealous planning. Do you want the old tan becoming on a treat? Tanned by 9. So James went to Paphos and Newcastle. Yep, gotcha. Oh, sizzling like a sausage is Nell. I'm hoping it won't be too hot for me when I'm there. Not wet though, we'll take hot over wet all the time. Sounds like British Airways are on the move with their A321neo. I'll keep an eye out for that one. In the meantime, we have, what do we have? Jet 2 off to Mahon. Let's go to it. Nell says Brussels 30 degrees tomorrow. Well, I tell you what, Nell, we'll take 30 and dry over 20 and wet. At least with the perspective that we plan to use, we'll be kind of midpoint on the runway, so we'll not be shooting all the way down. Trying to cut through the haze. Today on planes, trains and tractors. Good morning, Crazy. I'm Mark. Catch you later, Keith Cornell. Stick around, Nell. I'll see if I can get you another tractor. Or trucks, tractors, planes, trains. What have we got going on here? So, all departures so far. We are now into the window that our arrivals are supposed to be showing up. We've got a Ryanair due in from Dublin at 8:01. There was an EasyJet due in from Belfast at 7:55. Still not showing as active. The inbound flight from Birmingham, the Dreamliner that is, that appears to be active but not in the air yet from what I can see here. So there's a Dreamliner coming our way, probably be our finale plane. It's only, what, 25 minutes, I guess, from Birmingham. Deb says Globemaster nearby. Let's see. I can hear something growling. The thing that's growling is that Globemaster. Sometimes you've got to check directly above your head. I can hear it, but I can't see it. Would have been nice to have got that. So it's still pretty windless here, as you can see from the sock. Basically a southeasterly from what I can figure. Nell W, 26 months. I think you are the first in the 26 months club. Well done. With us from the very early days. Sorry Nell, I've got no fireworks on today. I've literally set up for the Facebook, YouTube thing, so I've pared back everything else just to try and make sure that I got the broadcast completed. But thank you so much for your awesome support, and of course one of the superstar 5-star moderators. Excellent. So we've got British Airways on the push. They're shimmering. And Scottish Linda. I didn't realise you were still with us, Linda. 14 months with the channel. Here's to another 14. Legend that is you, Scottish Linda. Thank you so much. As you'll have caught from the previous to now, I am firework less, but effusive with my love and appreciation of you both. I think effusive is the word that I'm reaching for. Yeah, here's to the next 14. It's going to bring us a lot of fun, hopefully. Ooh, got a Dreamliner. So it was quite high to me. Inbound from Birmingham. Coming in light. So we should be able to stop this one pretty easily. I think my flight radar must be a little bit behind. Still in Birmingham when I looked 5 minutes ago. It's not a Dreamliner, is it? It's a Ryanair 737. Oh dear. Give your glasses a white mark. I think I'm getting leggy. Yeah, this is being back from Dublin. I think I can get that bit right. Dreamliner. The wings ain't even the same. Dear me. So it's going to emerge from the bushes. Right, I've just seen Aviation in the show, and unless I'm much mistaken, Gary Fleming. So one thing at a time, folks. We'll go to Mark Cam, split cam in a minute. Got no fireworks to celebrate both of you, but it's nice to do it face to face. So let's have a look. So Rab H, member for 25 months, awesome buddy, and again superstar member of our 5-star moderators team, and the legend that is Gary Fleming has hit 15 months, so 1 month in front of you, Linda. It's not a race though, we will all get there. But thank you so much, friends, really appreciate it. Oh, what am I doing? Yeah, Ian Finley, good morning to you. It's nothing like a Dreamliner. In the haze, just looking down the track, I thought, I wanted it to be what I wanted it to be. I really want to get that. I was thinking we'd have it by now, and it is showing, or last I looked, it was showing active at Birmingham. But yeah, dear me, well done you, Rab H. 160 miles yesterday. That's a St Andrews trip, isn't it? Oh, well done, Scottish Linda. Lots of firework mayhem. Right, just check I've not missed anybody else. See if I can screw up. 24 degrees when Rab got in at 5:45. It's going to be 21, 22 now, I think. It says 18 on Meta. But the fact I'm hearing my getting the guns out tells you it's nice. Perfect if you think about it. Got the sun cream on, but I don't feel like I'm burning. Of course, you never really know when you're burning till you're burnt, do you? Story of my life. It's an interesting one, Big DC. Yes, I'm not adverse to doing something about what we do behind the scenes. I'm always a bit cautious in terms of, I don't like to share out too much information in terms of how belt and braces our show is. We're not like the big boys at Manchester with all their fantastic kit. But yeah, I think that would be a good idea. I'll have a chat with, probably, I'll chat through with Eddie, but it's probably one that I'll get Linda Cooper to help me with when we do something up at Edinburgh or Mohawk, Scotland, or both. But yeah, we can do that. The setup's emerging all the time as well. So when I finish here today, I'm off down Wex Photographic because there's something else I want to check out there and just see how it goes with my kit and my setup. Because every time you add something to it, it creates a new challenge. So yes, it's nice we can now stream to Facebook concurrently with YouTube, and hopefully that will gently increase our community. But then you add in extra things and you want to improve where things are so you can see them easier for line of sight, then you want more power, blah blah blah, and you want to keep it all compact. But yeah, in fact I'll make a note of that. I mean, to be fair, I could have set today's show up this way round first so you could see me setting up, but I think your point, Big DC, is as much about, yeah, I can see you plugging stuff in, but what you're doing and why kind of thing. Yeah, we can do a bit of that. As long as it's fun, I'm in. 18 degrees for Rab at St Andrews, that is perfect, isn't it? Stream is working, Rab. Got me anxious there. See the jowls wobbling. I've not seen your 14-month milestone. Sorry, Linda Cooper. I can see it now. It's immediately under Nels. So, forgiveness is always sought in such situations, but if I'd seen it, I'd have called it, you know that. Linda Cooper, another legend of our channel, back on co-commentary this Sunday, unless she's sacking me for this oversight. But yeah, absolutely game-changed our commentary for us at Edinburgh. Linda Cooper, virtual firework moment, thank you so much for your support, and yeah, making Edinburgh that extra level of fun. Awesome stuff. Put you in the book. Yeah, I didn't miss that. Sounds like British Airways are about to make a move. Let's check I've not missed anybody else. Simply would not do. That's interesting. Ian Finley had an ad brake. Anyone else getting ad brakes? I never set up for mid-roll ad brakes. So if you're getting them, I'd be grateful if you could just post it in the chat. Not ever do we have them in by choice. I suppose there's always the risk I've done it by oversight, but my default setting is not to have. It's got to be one of the stupidest ideas, going ad breaks in live streams. I know if this was Sky and we were Sky TV and we were covering something, you would have to have commercial breaks because that's the way it is. But even the Grand Prix are ad free, aren't they? I think the trouble is YouTube are always trying to reverse you into these things. So there's a box I get now which kind of makes me have to dismiss it, saying I don't want mid-roll ad breaks. But I can't, every time I set up a new stream I have to get rid of it. It's not, I don't need reminding YouTube, just stop doing it. Ooh. Are you at work today, Linda Cooper? Ah, nice one, Linda. Off till Monday. Right, Ryanair pushing or requesting a push, stand 7, which I'm assuming is this one. Good morning, retreating blade. Sorry mate, I'm croaky today. Ooh, we've got somebody inbound. Just been given permission to land. Let's see who that will be. EasyJet from Bristol. That's your next plane. First landing of the show. And that is an A320-200, 16 years of age. Departed Bristol 44 minutes ago. I'm going to be taking that very route with EasyJet from Newcastle for the Royal International Air to 2 in July. Cannot wait. In fact, second landing in the show, isn't it? Forgot about that Ryanair that I confused myself and thought was a Dreamliner. Hallucinating. Still a fair way out. I saw Rab the 7 litres of water, and my next question was, how well did you sleep last night? Oh man. That's a lot of water, mind you, a lot of work, 160 miles. Good morning, Ian 007. Good morning to you, sir, and thank you so much for your loyal support. 5 months a member with the channel. Let's wait for the plane to come out the other side. No fireworks today, sadly, Ian. With dueling YouTube and Facebook, I've pared everything else back, just for the purposes of getting good and reliable technology. Don't think I'm quite there yet, but thank you so much. 5 months with the channel. See if I can attract a wave. Hello! Feel sorry for me, I'm very croaky. Good morning, Jonathan McD. Crikey indeed. I plan on being match fit for Sunday. I've not got a sore throat or anything, it's just bizarre. Could well be pollen. If it is though, Pirites is not doing the business. Good morning, Martin Reed. How you doing, Martin? Check my squeaky voice. Thank you, Jonathan McD. Very kind, pal. It does, doesn't it? Yeah. Ian 007. Get me Ian's confused there. But I feel absolutely fit as a flea. Just got no voice. Kind of thinking about getting one of those COVID tests, just in case I've got a very low level COVID or something. Don't remember having any of these issues. I've had COVID twice and was pretty ropey both times, but otherwise this don't make any sense. It's not like I've been to a rock concert yesterday, giving it plenty. Good morning, Michael Carr. Good morning to Michael Carr in Hong Kong. That's our second viewer from Hong Kong. John McKenzie, a long-time friend of the channel, is also a Conger. Welcome, Michael. Great to have you with us. Sorry I'm a bit croaky, as I've been explaining throughout the show. I'm inexplicably without voice this morning. Whether my granddaughter managed to give me something yesterday that I don't know about, I don't know. And good morning to Bjorn in Nook, Greenland. How you doing, my friend? So we are into the last hour of the show. We'll definitely want the Dreamliner, definitely want that, but pretty much in that rod it up phase, I think. No heat wave at Nook. There's a heat wave here at Newcastle. This is grand. What does Metar say currently? I want to be 19 degrees. 19. It feels like 22. It really screams out for a deck chair. Good morning, James Woolard. How you doing, buddy? Michael Carr is sweltering in 31C, and I bet that humidity is high. Yeah, lovely Hong Kong humidity. Never been, but I've heard a lot about it. See what I mean, folks, about the hazing though? That is nothing to what it's going to be over the next couple of hours and more. In fact, I bet the afternoon will be horrendous, all that heat that's been soaked up by the tarmac. Ooh, the 100 likes are up. Awesome stuff. Let me just quickly thank you, everybody, for hitting the like button and getting us to 100. You know, it's all about the experimentation today, and to be honest, I didn't think we'd get over the 100, so thank you so much. To be honest, I wasn't entirely sure we'd be able to complete both broadcasts till the intended close, so excellent. Right, it sounds like British Airways are going to be pushing back. Good morning, Jimmy Gibson. How you doing, Jimmy? Sorry I'm a bit croaky, but I'm feeling much better than I sound. Hoping to be fully match fit for Sunday. Right, that Dreamliner that I imagined about 50 minutes ago, it feels like that, is just passing Sunderland, a little bit to the west at the minute, heading towards the coast to arc round for final approach. So I would think about 10 minutes away from where it is. Flight radar says 7. Who am I to argue? Boy, do I hate that. I know it's all about getting people boarded quickly, but standing out in the sun at an airport is horrible. And it's not really sweltering here, but it'll be warmer there than where I'm standing. Good morning, Neil McGarrity. How you doing, buddy? Glad you're enjoying the dual view. Just tiffling with that at the minute. It's something I think we want to stick with, but I will have to make some further adjustments to my calculations on power. It's what I was saying to Big DC and everybody earlier in the show about a behind the scenes, how it all goes together kind of video. Every time you change one thing, you're changing 2 or 3 things. Even with the new camera, I'm burning through more data, for example. Good morning, DB Bassman and DR. Hello, buddy. Leica 101. Thank you as well for your kind concern. To be fair, we're just doing this test and I plan to have it wrapped up in the next half an hour, maybe sooner. We've got the Dreamliner inbound. I think if that's in and there's nothing else imminent, we'll bring it to an earlier close. Seems a smart play. All about getting ready for Sunday's show. Cannot wait. Edinburgh, here we come. Right, we're rolling. Mate, what's going on here? I'm trying to multitask and come off second best. So they have just pushed, eventually. Oh, Nell, what are you up to on Sunday? Back at the farm? Oh, squeaky Mark. See you on Sunday, Big DC. Forecast is going to be interesting. So when this goes and the Dreamliner comes in, I think that is where we're going to bring it to an end, folks. Seems a sensible play. Looks like we are getting towards the end of battery on the camera I'm pointing at. Right now. Oh yes, you mentioned it. Is this the one you mentioned in an email? I hope you have a great time. Rab H, catch you soon, buddy. Right, that really is a Dreamliner coming in. So let's get you on that. So I think we'll probably retire with this departure when it goes. Good morning, Sam, aka Chipaz. Sorry about the improv. The main camera has just gone down. Really sorry about that, folks. The main camera is overheated. In fact, I'm going to leave that one alone. We're going to we'll stay with Dreamliner while it goes to stand. I did wonder what the hot weather tolerance was going to be. That might be a bit on the rant. Dynamic finding. Hopefully this isn't going to firm on me again. It was... I stopped talking and realised I've got a slight lag. So it looks like we've got an Aer Lingus ATR on final approach, so we'll extend for that. Get the departure that is in front of us. And then I think we'll call it show close. Thank you, DR. I think the hat looked better on the old Bonts. Case in point. What's the old slogan? Use tyres, spell danger. Well, getting a bit thin on top. Right. We're going to finish with the ATR that is inbound. Wow, that is hazy. Chipaz 1990, member for 12 months. Thank you so much for your support, mate. You're a great friend to us, and yes, I'm counting on it. I'm not going to be talking a lot between now and then, but I'm straight off to the chemist's, see what they got. Right, folks, I'll keep this short and sweet as best I'm able. So let me just quickly go into Facebook. So today was all about that co-streaming to 2 social media platforms. YouTube is naturally our priority, but clearly our reach is improved by delving into Facebook. Anyway, thank you for supporting me, enjoying the show. Let's quickly recap on the amazing loyalty milestones that were hit during today's show. Nell W-8, 26 months. Scottish Linda, 14 months. Rab H, 25 months. Gary Fleming, 15 months with the channel. Linda Cooper, 14 months with the channel. And Ian 007, 5 months. And Chipaz 1990, 12 months. Thank you one and all. Awesome support. We're pretty much at a pause here at the minute. That inbound Aer Lingus is there. The previous arrival hasn't moved far, and there's obviously a bit of a log jam. Anyway, you've been absolutely awesome, one and all. Great shout out to our moderators, Nell W and Rab H. Don't think I've seen anybody else in the show. If I have, I'm blaming the sun on this old head and this croaky voice where you're never quite sure if the words you're thinking will ever come out your head. Awesome stuff anyway. You lot are brilliant. So the action moves to Edinburgh on Sunday. Our usual start time of 10 to 8 UK time, that is. If there's something happening that little bit sooner, we'll start that bit sooner. But we're pretty much going to stick to timings because we're going to be doing an evening show later on Sunday to give you a bit of A350 action. Look out for the thumbnail on that one, probably later today. And is there anything else I need to tell you? No, I don't think there is. If you're out and about in this, stay hydrated, hat, sun cream, particularly if you're out on the garden, easy to lose track of time. Speaks the voice of experience. Right, let's call the show to a halt, and I look forward to seeing everybody on Sunday. As I say, thank you so much for joining me today and sharing the experience. We've had the odd bumps in the road with it, but when you're stretching the envelope, you're always going to find that. So take care, stay safe, and as always, have fun. Catch you soon. Oh, hi to Alex Watson as well. Sorry I've missed your entry, Alex. Right, bye-bye.